Monsters, Inc. is more than a sentimental film about a monster who grows to care for a little girl. In many ways, it's a lesson about taking a stand against immorality and corruption, and the importance of innovation. Monsters, Inc. takes place in a world of monsters where electricity is generated by the screams of human children. The Monsters Incorporated company supplies this energy by using a system in which the monsters step into the human world and scare children, collecting the energy from their screams. At first, the characters in the film, even protagonists Sulley and Mike, do not question the system in place. They don't think twice about its impacts on others or the morality behind it. The status quo has been set, and for as long as we know, that's how it's been. Even the viewers, despite being humans ourselves, look at the scare system as humorous rather than harmful. It can be difficult to question and reframe how we look at things when they've become so normalized. It's only when Boo enters the monster's world and Sulley grows to love her that he begins to think about the impacts of him scaring children. Sulley scares Boo and finally sees his scaring as hurtful and unethical. Ideally, it shouldn't take someone you're close to getting hurt for you to realize something is wrong. But this is strikingly similar to the real world. It's easier to recognize something is wrong if we imagine ourselves or someone we love being impacted by it. Still, the situation in Monsters, Inc. is complicated. Randall offers Mike and Sulley an easy way out of the situation. He prepares Boo's door for her to be returned during the company's lunch break. Sulley and Mike are at the peak of their careers. Turning in Boo would be the easiest way to protect themselves. Mike, who is arguably more career-driven and develops less of a bond with Boo, is quick to want to hand Boo over. He states that they've worked hard for their careers and they'd be throwing it all away by getting more wrapped up in Boo's mess. However, Sulley stands firm in taking care of Boo at all costs. He sets aside his work and focuses entirely on protecting Boo. Viewers of the film will surely see this as a loving act, but I think more than anything, it's incredibly selfless and honorable. There's something beautiful about putting yourself out of the way to care for another. I believe there is always room in humanity for a bit more selflessness. If we were to all shift our mindsets from being so self-serving, the world would be a kinder place. It takes a village to raise a child, but the care we need as humans doesn't end at adulthood. I think existence is about give and take, and I wish people would be more open to taking an extra step to help others and stand up for what's right, primarily when it regards immorality in a corrupted system. Corruption exists everywhere. Existing within it and letting an immoral system proceed unchecked may be easier and the least threatening to your standing, but it perpetuates a world in which wrongdoings are rewarded. Someone has to break the chain, and if you're not willing to even consider rising to that role, then we can't expect anyone to. In Monsters, Inc., electricity was becoming harder and harder to provide. Randall and Waternoose thought it best to abduct children and harm them if it meant keeping the company alive and preventing the energy crisis. In their heads, it's an eat or be eaten world. And if it takes hurting others to protect themselves, they're willing to do it. Our current world reflects this in countless ways, whether it's through environmental destruction, capitalism, animal abuse, sexism, systemic racism, the list goes on and on and on. But Monsters, Inc. encourages us to follow what's morally right and use innovation to lead us through hardship. Sulley realizes that laughter is 10 times stronger than screams, which allows the monsters to collect energy in a positive way rather than an unethical way. We have to stop thinking there's no other way to go about things. It's oftentimes become an excuse to be lazy. We must believe that there's always another way. A more righteous, morally driven way of structuring the system of the world and society. Monsters, Inc. teaches us to follow Sulley's lead. Do what's right and be creative and innovative in finding a way to deal with our problems in the right way.